Wind will be a factor today in Memphis, as you can see by the flag. 15 miles an hour, gusts higher than that. 77 degrees, cloudy skies, 64% humidity. Time to check in with Devin Gardner. He is with Michigan head coach Mike Nolan.
Yes, I am. Coach, you're going to have a new quarterback. How was this week preparing with a different quarterback for the first time this season?
Well, he's obviously been preparing all along, and the system won't change what we do, so there hadn't been that big of an adjustment other than the fact we have a new quarterback. As far as the other 10 players, it's pretty much the same.
So a lot of guys have seen Danny Etling in spurts, but you've seen him extensively. Let everybody know what kind of skill set he brings to today.
Danny's a very big, strong athlete, can extend plays very well, got an extremely strong arm. He'll take his wrists down the field, and we just need to make sure that we control the ball a little better.
Good luck with those wrists.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks a lot.
Well, Danny Etling and the Michigan Panthers on the road are going to have to wait a little bit. Memphis has chosen to take the football first. This is an important game for these two teams. Birmingham, Joel, is threatening to run away with the USFL division in the UFL. If Michigan is going to keep pace and the top two in each division go to the postseason, Michigan, Memphis, they've got to get a win here today.
Yeah, this one is enormous, in particular because of the separation that Michigan could, if they were able to win today, present in that second spot, vying for that playoff spot there in the USFL side of the division. But I'd be remiss if you didn't say, and Birmingham looked incredible last night. Kev, you and I got to see them. They were outstanding, and if Adrian Martinez is going to continue to be their quarterback, then this really becomes a race for that second spot in the USFL, which means that today's ball game is massive here as we enter the mid-season point of the UFL season.
First of two meetings between these two teams. They'll meet again on May 18th. Jake Bates will kick it off, and we are underway in Memphis, and the kickoff fielded at the 5-yard line. Memphis trying to find a little bit of room, and shy of the 35 is Titus Swen. And the Showboats will go to work. No Case Cookus today. He is not able to come out and play. Got cleared to play. Could play if needed, but they'll start Troy Williams and look for him to run a little bit more zone read, Joel, than we're used to seeing out of the Case Cookus-led offense.
Last year he played really well for Pittsburgh, if you remember. He led that team, that Mahler's team, to the USFL championship game before they fell to the Birmingham Stallions. Now he's here with Memphis, and I think his legs are going to be vital because they've struggled, Kev, so much up front protecting the quarterback.
18 sacks allowed, the most in the league. Good protection on first down, and Papali with the catch across the 40 and down near the 41-yard line.
Those sacks that you just talked about, the 18, that's the most in the UFL. They're without James Tunstall on the left side. He's got a knee, and he's out at left tackle, so it's Marcus Tatum. But in the back end, Jonathan Adams and Sage Surratt. These are really talented skill position players.
Here's Darius Victor, Kai Nakua with the tackle, just shy of the 45-yard line, and Nakua's one of the keys on this Michigan defense. They're right in the middle of the pack this year. Breland Speaks, though, on the end, can really create havoc as a pass rusher.
9 sacks a year ago, all USFL. They've also got Frank Genda in there at linebacker.
Here's Victor, barrels his way forward to the 48-yard line. Darius Victor is a tough back to bring down. The Offensive Player of the Year 2 years ago, Joel, with the New Jersey Generals.
Yeah, I mean, he's like 5'1", a million.
Here we go.
Yeah, like that's all. He's listed at 5'7", 230, but he plays so low to the ground. He's got such great balance, and then he's got those thick thighs that save lives, as he likes to put it. Just a hard guy to bring down. He's basically a bowling ball.
Hey, shot. Blue Whitey!
On 2nd and 6, Williams. Pressure comes, in trouble. The ball is out. Lost the ball as he went down, and a turnover to Michigan.
Well, there's Breland Speaks right there. We just touched on him, all USFL a year ago with those 9 sacks.
Covered by the Michigan player and down on the field.
And that's a big win on that left side of the offensive line. That's the point where I told you they would struggle for Memphis. James Tunstall is out at left tackle, and here's Speaks coming around your left side of your screen, 57. Great move getting the hands down to the tackle, and then he's able to just get that ball out. Got to work on ball security if you're Troy Williams. And there's Garrett Marino, who is right place, right time, 55. And Michigan with a huge turnover here early.
On one of the things Mike Nolan stressed with us this week is getting off to a fast start. So we haven't gotten to a fast start in any game this year. Hand off to Matthew Colburn, and Colburn gets a couple.
Well, this is exactly how you would want to start if you're Danny Etling, right? Great field position, a little momentum. Did get in the game last week after E.J. Perry left with that hamstring injury. He is 11 of 14 on the arrow, just over 100 yards. He's a big, strong guy, just like his coach talked about. And this is a type of guy that's got a great opportunity in front of him, but he needs to get the ball out of his hand quickly.
Ready, son.
2nd and 9. Looking left, throws it left. Catch is made. Colburn breaks a tackle, and Colburn close to a Michigan first down, about a yard short.
This offense is really built from a skill position perspective around 4 guys. They've got Marcus Sims on the outside. They've got Trey Quinn on the outside, and then Matthew Colburn and Wes Hills at running back. That's where the bulk of the catches and production are going to go for this Michigan team.
And a timeout by Memphis as Michigan got up to the line quickly.
Cat.
Before this 3rd down and 1.
Cat. Hey, Coach. Coach, you saw that pressure outside. Am I good giving that?
Got a half a yard.
Hey, y'all in right now? Big guy? Big down.
Second and long, let him dog this.
No, yes.
First things first here for Michigan, just get this yard. Because, Dev, you don't want to be in a position where you're forced into a 4th down decision right after getting that turnover.
Open it to you, right?
Yeah, 100%. You put yourself in a position with great field position. You want to start fast. Now you got to continue it here, and that's why they yelled out, Wes Hills is going to get this ball.
Ready, son.
3rd down and 1. There is Wes Hills. Turns it upfield. He's got the first down. And now that new set of downs to work with for Michigan, and a chance to drive closer to perhaps taking the lead here early in the 1st.
And guys, how about the motivation for Wes Hills? He was playing against his former coach. He played against John DiFilippo, for him last year in the USFL. He had a great year. He was all USFL with the New Orleans Breakers, led the league in rushing yards, and now he's here with Michigan and playing against John DiFilippo on the other side. Certainly motivated here today.
Ready, son.
First down, gaping hole for Hills, going airborne and down near the 6-yard line. 1st and goal for the Panthers.
A really nice job by this offensive line. They're going to get going this way, and then you got the peel back from the tight end. That's number 80, Cole Hicatini. And then how about Wes Hills? That is a gaping hole right down the middle of the defense, and then he tries to hurdle the 2nd level. Devin, I don't know about that, right? I mean, maybe lower your shoulder. You go up like that, you're asking for an injury.
He said he's motivated, man. Maybe a little too motivated.
Ready, son.
1st down and goal. This is Etling on the keep, and Etling planted. Oh, what a hit at the 4-yard line.
We got to start making better business decisions on the Michigan side, fellas. We got Wes Hills trying to go up and over, and then we got Danny Etling trying to turn into Darius Victor. Look at this hit that he takes. He turns into it. He's like, I'm going to go in, shoulders low.
H to left.
Absolutely not.
Ripper, drive, halt, change, under. On one.
Listen to this. Oh, my goodness.
Sit down.
2nd and goal.
Ready, son.
Etling. Pocket collapsing. Backpedaling, and Etling will just heave this one to the back corner and throw it away.
That is solid coverage there by the Memphis secondary. Just nowhere to go with the football. And this is when you've got to find your mismatch. Where is your win if you're Michigan? Now, this is a team that's built and predicated on trying to run the football, trying to throw the ball to the backs as well, with Hills and Colburn out of the backfield. They got to try to find a win. The guy that they've gone to most this year is Marcus Sims, number 9. He's probably their best one-on-one player. Looks like he's at the top of your screen.
3 touchdown catches on the year for Sims. 3rd and goal. Etling looking left all the way, looking for the fade, trying to get to Cioce Mariner, and a flag dropped in the end zone.
Let's go, guys. Wait, PI, let's go. Punch it in now.
Oh, wait a sec. Prior to the pass? Yeah. Okay. So we're going to the 2. Automatic first down. Prior to the pass, holding, number 28, defense. The ball will be placed at the 2-yard line, automatic first down.
Kyrie Woods with the hold.
Well, you've got a man-to-man defense being played, and here is Cioce Mariner trying to get there to the corner and just gets held up a little bit, maybe embellishes a bit against Quentin Meeks and gets the flag drawn. And Michigan gets a new set of downs. That is a huge penalty. And, Brock said it last night in our broadcast, Devin, I think it's very true. Sometimes penalties feel like turnovers. That's one of those with a new set of downs.
Sit down. Ready, son.
1st and goal. Hills up the middle into the end zone for a touchdown. First rushing touchdown as a Michigan Panther for Wes Hills, and a 6-0 lead.
It's 220 Tampa on the first one.
Well, how about Jacob Burton, our left guard here? This is what I want to get from my offensive line down on the goal line. Check out our left guard. Watch this. Bam. And then he continues to move his feet, and he clears the defender all the way to the ground. That's where Wes Hills found just a little bit of a seam, and he exploits that daylight for a touchdown.
They'll go for 1 from the 2-yard line. 2 for 3 this year on 1-point tries. Etling will keep. Rolls and wide open is Mariner for the extra point, and it's 7-0 Michigan.
Great job, guys. Great job.
Michigan had 3 points all season in the first quarter, but the fumble by Troy Williams set up the pace. Taking advantage of the Troy Williams fumble on the sack from Breland Speaks. They cash in with the touchdown. Titus Swin goes back deep for the Memphis Showboats. Jake Bates kickoff, fielded by Swin at the 10. Swin trying to sidestep a couple of Panthers and is down shy of the 35 of the arms of Kai Nakua. Well, the Showboats were cruising to start the season. They weathered the storm in week 1, defeating Houston 18-12, but then rough waters for the Showboats. San Antonio lost, Birmingham lost, St. Louis lost, and it has been some very choppy seas indeed for the Showboats. Down 7-0 early here in this one.
And now the storms continue with the rain.
From the 34-yard line. With Davis in motion, he gets the swing pass from Williams. Nowhere to go for Davis. Picks his way forward for maybe 2 to the 36.
You know, the frustrating part for Memphis has got to be the fact that they feel, and I would agree, that they have the best skill position assets in the league. Jonathan Adams on the outside. You've got Darius Victor, Sage Surratt, and yet with a combination of decision-making at quarterback and as well as offensive line play, they just have not had the ability to exploit some of those assets. And that's got to be brutal, because I know John DeFilippo, and Devin, you and I were talking about this. He knows what he has out there, and he just doesn't feel like they've had the ability to go out there and really showcase their athletes.
Gang right open.
I mean, just like the perfect storm, right? You can see the rain. Now it's like the perfect storm where if the quarterback makes the right decision, the offensive line didn't protect. And if they protect, the right decision isn't made, right? These explosive athletes, it's got to be frustrating to not be able to kind of exploit the defenses with them.
On 3rd and 6, Williams hit as he throws, but he fires a strike, and that'll be a first down. Good catch through contact by Vinny Papali, and Memphis keeps the drive going.
Yeah, that's a really nice job. He had to reach back to that back shoulder Here, watch as Williams has to scoot up in the pocket. Look at Papali adjusts beautifully and then holds on because he knows that that ball is going right back into his zone where Kai Nakua, number 21, can try to punch that out. And he's able to control that ball, maintain control through the process of going to the ground.
Here we go, sit down.
Hey, Joe, we want to stay away from Kai Nakua as much as
100%, Dev. That guy can play.
Pressure coming, and the pass high, almost intercepted off the deflection. They brought Noah Dawkins on a blitz, and Nate Brooks nearly able to snare that on the dive.
Let me give you an age-old adage that is always going to ring true, which is tips and overthrows are where defensive backs make all their money. That's when you turn the ball over. When you got guys up in the air like that. Now, does Jay Adams, should he catch that? Probably. But tips and overthrows, that's where a guy like Nate Brooks, Kai Nakua, that's where they're going to get their hands on a lot of footballs.
Blue 80, bless it up.
Try to swim the backfield. Williams looking his direction, trying to run, and he's tripped up. Walter Palmore just stuck a big mid out there and was able to chop Williams down as he ran by.
I actually thought it was Kenny Willikis, number 48, who tripped him with his leg. In my mind, that was a trip. Watch Willikis, number 48. Right. Watch his right leg here. Watch him, he kind of reaches out right there and trips him.
And he had gotten started by tripping over his own lineman, Alec Lindstrom. Third and 14, they'll bring pressure. It's picked up. Williams throws incomplete.
Trying to get Dawood Davis, number 2. It looks like they had the route, but the coverage was really solid out there. The back end, Noah Dawkins out there for Michigan. And this Memphis team just went backwards after the nice completion to start the series.
And as the rain continues to fall in Memphis, Matthew White will punt it away. Gavin Holmes, who was signed this week, former Baylor Bear, back to return for Michigan. Holmes at the 25 with the fair catch. And the Panthers offense with Danny Etling at the helm, back to work with a 7-0 lead on the road in Memphis. Our entire Fox crew, Brad Weimer, our producer, Mitch Riggin, our director, I'm Kevin Kugler. 7-0 advantage with Michigan starting a little bit worse off than they were the last time. They got a strip sack and started on the Showboats side of midfield, punched it in several plays later, now from their 25 on first down. It's Matthew Colburn who gets the carry, sweeps the left side, and Colburn picks up 9, stopped just shy of the 35-yard line.
Another good run over there on that left side. Colburn, some good vision, but it starts with their ability to win on the edge. Look at the tight ends doing work over there. Gunnar Oaks, number 84. Cole Hicatini, number 80. You get a tight end and a wing over there on that side, and you can run it. Just creates a lot of extra gaps.
Colburn spinning into the middle of the line. John Atkins there to tackle him at the 35. That should be a first down amidst the raindrops.
And Devin, with this type of rain, this is when, man, if you can run the ball, if you can let those big guys eat, it is such an advantage because you know the quarterbacks are going to struggle throwing the ball accurately.
On one, ready?
100%. I mean, the raindrops are huge. It is raining profusely. So, like you said, running the ball is very important. You can see Coburn is taking those gloves off to make sure the ball security is paramount.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Ready, son.
First down, Colburn's third straight carry, trying to bounce to the right side. And Colburn not finding much there. There is a flag down as well. May have been a hold out there on the edge.
Yeah, that got strung out. A really nice job by that Memphis team. And it looked like that hold was maybe just right in front of Colburn. Devin made a terrific point. All these skill position players need to start taking their gloves
There's no
off.
foul on the play, the second down.
Okay, so they pick up the flag. There's no foul. But Devin, you made that point. The new modern style of glove, it's incredibly sticky. The problem is that the surface does not deal with water well at all. So the gloves become like Crisco. Just slide right through. once the ball gets wet. So all the skill position players, when the rain gets like this, you need to take your gloves off because your bare hands are actually the best way to do this. I'm surprised Marcus Sims hasn't taken off his gloves. Everybody else has.
Edling pumps, throws, trying to make the catch at the 42-yard line and succeeding as COC Mariner. Now they're going to say incomplete.
Yeah, I thought he dropped that one, didn't you guys? Yeah, and he did.
Yeah, Joe, and in rain like this, ball placement is so important too, right? Because some of those acrobatic, low, high, outside the body, outside the frame catches just aren't going to happen without you having, you know, the gloves and not having those wet hands.
This is why we always talked about framing them up. Throw it in the frame, the body frame of the wide receiver. When you have any sort of elements, you've got to frame up your pass catcher.
Ready, son.
3rd and 9 from an empty backfield. Edling wants to run up the middle, and that's going nowhere. Jeff McCulloch slams the door on Danny Edling's draw plan.
I really love this defense. They invited the quarterback draw. Look, there's nobody there, but then here's the problem. You're going to get a looper because you know that you're inviting the quarterback draw. He's there for the QB. The safety's also coming down. A nice defensive play call there from Carnell Lake, the coordinator on the Memphis side, inviting something from Michigan and then slamming the door shut with that stunt.
And Joel, when you're a quarterback and you're running that quarterback draw, you have to alert that it probably will be a looper and just be a little more patient to try to find the avenue in which you can get down the field.
Yeah, that's what they're telling them on the sideline right there. But when you're not normally a runner, like Danny Edling is not used to running. I wasn't used to running. Like, you don't realize that. So, here we go.
It's a fake. The snap to Hills. Hills up the sideline. 1st down, Michigan. That's back-to-back weeks with a fake punt. Successful for the Panthers.
And just a beautiful job of scouting because, look, you're going to get all this rush from the left side. And so what do? You just bring your up back, snap it to him. It's Wes Hills, one of the best running backs in the league. Snap it to him, and then he's got all that room out there on the left. Last week, they did the exact same thing. You got to wonder to yourself, like, what is Memphis watching? It's the exact same fake. You should never get beat by the exact same fake. That's all they should have worked on all week in special teams practice. You can't allow a team to just do the same exact fake back-to-back weeks. That's wild.
Well, you never see that. Edling sets up the jailbreak screen for Devin Gray, and good yardage for Gray, 9 to the 44 of Memphis.
Rip brave, rip brave, rip brave, rip brave, rip brave. Turn, Lasant.
2nd and 1. Hills trying the right side. There is nothing there. No. I mean, absolutely nothing. Ran right into the arms of the biggest man on that defensive line, John Atkins.
Well, Atkins is huge. He's 320. Dalen Mack is huge. He's over 320 pounds. I mean, they got some big boys up front. Make it very difficult to run the ball right downhill.
Zone stick. All over.
Hey, Joel, when Wes Hills is in the game, they get really heavy inside, and the edges are extremely soft. Edling on the edge is a viable option.
Yeah, that's why they should run to the tight end side over here. They should go left.
They go left, and they throw to the tight end. Gunnar Oaks hit hard after the catch, but it's a 1st down for the Panthers.
They saw that, Devin, exactly what you're talking about. Here's this downhill play from the linebacker. So what do? They get a little bit of a fake, and then you can just hook up the tight end in that vacant area. First the play fake there, and Edling does a nice job with the ball handling. He can take it outside, a bit of an RPO, and there's Oaks for an easy conversion.
10th play of the drive, kept alive by that fake punt.
It's almost like we've worked together and watched football and kind of know football.
Almost. There we go.
Big hole, cut back. Colburn on the run, diving for the touchdown.
Number 26, Matthew Colburn on the carry. Tackled at the 1-yard line.
Oh, they're going to say he's down at the 1.
I tell you what, Jarrett Horst, the left tackle, is just a war daddy of a block on the left side. Watch Horst. If you're trying to run a gap scheme over to that side and you're trying to pull an extra guard, you've got to have a guy that in a head-up situation can win, and he did that. He won in a big way. That's why the guard can come around and pick up the linebacker, and then Colburn is on his horse headed down towards the end zone.
They're reviewing this. Did he get over the goal line? I didn't think he was either.
Up all the way.
Yeah,
here.
he's up all the way because nothing hits
and
in the field of play.
Right. So this is good a shot. We know he's up, but we know the ball breaks the plane. We know it comes out, but it's after he's broken the plane anyways, Derek. So we are going to reverse this to a touchdown. So it's going to be a touchdown. Ball broke the plane.
Got it. We got to review. The result of the play was a touchdown.
Correct.
After review, the runner broke the plane of the goal line prior to being down. Touchdown.
And Colburn's second rushing touchdown of the season and a 13-0 lead for Michigan.
I tell you what, you put a little asterisk on that because, guys, that drive is set up by, I mean, quite frankly, the audacity of Michigan to run the exact same fake punt back-to-back weeks. Wes Hills converts. Memphis is not ready for it, which is wild. And then they're able to pay it off for a touchdown.
Third leading rushing team in the UFL, the Michigan Panthers, already 86 yards on the ground in the first quarter. Going for one, a flag is down, the handoff to Colburn. Gets across the plane of the goal line, but we'll see about the flag. As of now, it's a point.
I just wonder if that formation was legal. Did they have enough guys on the line of scrimmage? Maybe someone lined up in the neutral zone as well.
You in? We're good though, right?
Illegal formation. More than 4 players in the backfield. Offense. It's a 5-yard penalty. Replay the try.
They were trying to have both tight ends off the ball. That just means that both wide receivers have to be on the ball. And Devin Gray, I don't think he was on the ball. You see right here, Devin Gray, I think he's off the ball. And with the tight ends both in the backfield, you got to be up. I don't think they were on the ball on this side either. So both wide receivers, I don't think did a proper job of aligning on the ball.
So now they'll go for one from the 7-yard line. Once you've committed, you can't change what you're going to do.
Ready, set.
Etling for the extra point, deflected and incomplete. Tipped twice by Showboats, and it almost ended up with Marcus Sims. The try no good, and it stays 13-0 Michigan. A fake punt started it all. Wes Hills on the fake for the second week in a row keeps the drive alive. Matthew Colburn finishes with the score. And Underdog Fantasy to get in on the UFL action. Scan the QR code to learn more. Get into a little hardcore football, Joel.
Yeah, the offensive line for Michigan has been so good. Watch as they are just winning at the point of attack. All 4 guys up front, moving defensive front. Wes Hills picks the gap, and then he's down the field. And in order to pay that off again on that left side, great job by Jacob Burton, Jarrett Horst, winning up front, driving them down to the line of scrimmage. And then here again, Jarrett Horst, the left tackle. That block is so difficult. It allows the pullers to come across, get up to the linebackers, and Colburn finds that hole and runs for a touchdown. This Michigan O-line has been outstanding. 12 rushes so far today. 86 yards for over 7 a carry here in the first quarter. They have been completely dominant up front.
And the kickoff. Looking for the left side is Titus Swen. Got a block across the 40, and Swen stopped just shy of midfield as quarter number 1 comes to a close. The raindrops came through that first quarter, but it didn't faze Michigan. 13-0 at the end of 1 on the road. Bit frustrated, the Showboats have been stuck in dry dock for the first quarter of this one. Just 16 total yards. 112 yards for the Michigan Panthers in that first quarter in a 13-0 lead. But the rain has stopped. The sun starting to come back out. Already was a 64% humidity. That will, I'm guessing, rise with that rain that came through.
Well, I would suggest that Memphis stops walking in Memphis and starts running in Memphis very quickly. Get back into this game.
From the 48, their best starting field position of the afternoon. Darius Victor will lose yardage on first down. He looked up, he saw 3 white shirts, Daniel Wise leading the way.
Yeah, Wise did a great job there, and Wise is not the heaviest player on the interior. He's 6'3",
Here we go.
about 275, but he did a great job of winning
Here we go. We got
to the
gun.
play side.
Busy left out D, 51, Torpedo Raider. On one, ready.
They need something positive on this series. They need to go down here and get points. It has been totally one-sided
Here we go.
Michigan's way, and the Showboats have got to do something here quickly.
Empty backfield on 2nd and 12. Troy Williams deflected by Wise at the line and incomplete. Back-to-back big plays by the former Kansas Jayhawk.
Yeah, and I believe that was actually Garrett Marino from UAB. But listen, I love giving Wise love, but how about Marino, 55? He's the one on that side. Look at him get up and bat that one down.
Trio left lurk.
Nothing has worked for Memphis here. And Devin, this is when Kai Nakua becomes big. 3rd and long. This is when a safety can just roam, read the eyes of the quarterback, and get to the football.
3rd and 12. Pressure up the middle. Williams hit as he throws, and the pass incomplete. There's a flag, though. A hold on that sidelines. Levante Taylor looked like he had his arm wrapped around the waist of Jonathan Adams.
Well, as long as this is a hold, because I'll tell you that did not look like it was anywhere close to being catchable.
2 flags on the play.
I got 48 lined up in the neutral zone.
Okay.
Number 1.
All right, so 48. Decline. And what number is your DPI? 1? All right. Cool.
Are you good? Yeah, you straight?
There are 2 fouls on the play. Offside, number 48, defense. That penalty is declined. Pass interference, number 1, the defense. That ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
All right, guys, so Levante Taylor here, he kind of gets turned around. He's number 1 here on the right side of your screen, and first you get the offside, then Williams kind of throws it, and look how it's just kind of wobbling. Tough to say. Now that ball lands kind of inbounds in the white area, and I think you can make an argument from an officiating perspective that as long as it lands in that white area, that the wide receiver at least has a chance to make an adjustment and make a play on the ball.
Williams, first play in Michigan territory, going up top for the end zone, incomplete. On to Daywood Davis, Adonis Alexander on the coverage.
And Alexander was going step for step, right side of your screen. That's the battle. Gets a clean release, and that's what a DB you're trying to avoid. You want to get at least a hand on that wide receiver, or else you're going to be in catch-up mode, which is exactly what Adonis Alexander was in. But he's able to catch up, and that ball just a touch inside. Troy Williams needs to get that up and over the top and to the outside shoulder.
Second and 10. Williams going to escape. Throws on the run, incomplete. He had some room to run to that left side, instead tried to get it to DeAndre Overton, and it's 3rd and 10.
When he first broke contain, I think you were right. The only defender that was in front of him was Breland Speaks, number 57, but because Speaks was having to spin back to his right side, I thought Williams had some room there to pick up positive yardage. It would have made this 3rd down a lot more manageable, but with the incompletion, you've got 3rd and 10.
Yep.
Williams, and it's intercepted. Alexander with the leaping pick.
Looks like they were trying to go to DeAndre Overton, and I've got to wonder if that ball is maybe just still a little bit wet from the rain earlier today, because this is way over his head. Tips and overthrows, they always end up in the defender's hands, and this one does with Adonis Alexander. First down, Michigan.
Yeah, the guys in the booth were up there talking about maybe the ball is just a little bit wet, overthrown, but it stuck to your hands like it was nothing. Do we have receiver in our pass?
We ain't got receiver in our pass, but we might have it in the future, for real.
So you've been chomping at the bit to make plays. You make 2 big ones on that last drive. You get a guy on the go ball, and then you make the interception. What can you do more to make sure you're staying on the field?
Just keep playing hard. Just keep taking it play at a time. Make sure I'm playing for my team. Real, that's it. Just check out them 3 boxes, and I'm good.
I'm gonna check out these gloves. Obviously, he's cheating.
Hey, Devin, every corner thinks they can play wide receiver. Every one of them.
Everyone on the run will slide down near midfield.
Well, this is a great opportunity to continue being dominant at the line of scrimmage. What Michigan has had success with so far today is their, what I would call 12 personnel. That means 1 back, 2 tight ends. That's a big personnel group. When they're in that personnel,
Liz, zone stick. On 1, ready?
they are forcing very specific defenses. This is that personnel. You got 2 tight ends over here on the right side. You've got 1 back in the backfield.
Sit up.
One back is Matthew Colburn, who has 47 yards rushing today. Colburn on the late handoff in some trouble. He is buried at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made first by Maximilian Roberts, who got him on the ankle.
So what they're doing here is they're reading this defensive end. This, to me, is a quarterback pull all day long. That needs to stay with the quarterback. Then he gets on the outside and he makes a decision whether he's going to run the ball or throw it, because both of those tight ends are out in a run structure. Now it's 3rd and long.
Rip, hook, go, Hank. On 1, ready?
You got Hank called here, Joe. Watch 18 in white over the ball.
Sit up. Ready, son.
3rd and 9. Throw over the middle, and nice grab at the 40-yard line down to the 39. It's Cole Hicatini, who had 21 catches for the Panthers a year ago in the USFL.
Hey, Dev, that's just straight basketball right there. That's just boxing out. Look at him. He's like, all right, I'm going to go down to the block, and then I'm going to spin and just going to post him up right there. It's a post up on a 3rd down, and he gets it.
Pistol, Rex, trips.
Yeah, just like when you're playing out in the backyard. Hey, I'm going to go stand at that post and just throw it to me, and I'm going to box him out and make the play.
I didn't mess around with that. You can see me behind the arc.
Camp it in the corner. I can see that.
Yeah, that's right.
Son.
Ball. Woo. Colbert upended at the 40. Excellent open field tackle by Kyrie Woods.
You know what I love about that from Kyrie Woods is that looks like he just dives at his legs, but this is absolutely fundamentally sound. Watch as he takes out the outside leg, and then he kind of wraps and rolls. That's it's the modern style of tackling, in particular in space. Go after the legs, outside leg first, wrap and roll. It's called the rugby style of tackle, and that was done perfectly.
Talk to me. Got it. You out?
2nd and 11. Wes Hill's now the running back. Etling to the sideline, too tall. Looking for Devin Gray.
Man, it looked like Devin Gray just kind of stopped on that. I wonder if that one was too quick for him, because it didn't look like he gave a great effort jumping up for that ball. Brings up a long 3rd down scenario. They went to the tight end, Hicatini.
Pin shallow. On 1, ready?
Pin shallow.
Kiss me hard.
You're going to have a shallow cross around. You've got an empty backfield, so you got to beware of the pressure. They're going to have some sort of shallow cross here. Looks like maybe from this side.
Longest 3rd down to go today for Michigan. Etling on a cross, incomplete.
All right, so that shallow was coming from that right side of the offense. It is there because look at the blitz here coming from this left side of the defense. He's got the shallow cross. If this hits the frame of the receiver, he's still running. Man behind it, nobody out in front of that shallow cross, and just missed it.
58-yard try for Jake Bates. This is nothing for a guy who hit from 64 in his first kick. From 58. The kick for Bates is wide right. His first miss of the season after a 6-for-6 start.
I knew it. I had all these notes ready for the kicker. Every time I prepare for a kicker, what does he do? Misses.
Back in Memphis, the Michigan Panthers defense doing work early, Joel.
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Breland speaks right off the gate. This defensive line has done a really nice job, and they came into today as the last ranked team in the UFL in terms of sacks. Well, they're getting the job done. They're doing a great job, and that pressure has led to tips and overthrows, and then they've been able to capitalize and get those turnovers. They've got a fake punt that they were able to stay on the field with their offense. They've run the ball very well, and here they are. Not great field position to put your defense in, but they've been very good so far.
Second straight Memphis drive starting at their own 48-yard line, and the handoff up the middle to Darius Victor picks up 4.
And if you're Memphis, you just have to start making an adjustment. You know, what their game plan was in the first quarter, it just wasn't working, and so they've got to try to soften up the defense somehow.
We got gun, Jen left, 34 Charlie, Z Tommy, on 1, ready. What
you saw was in between the tackle run game and drop back pass game in the first quarter. That wasn't working. You need to start getting the quarterback on the move, some RPO game a little bit, and try to put this defense in conflict.
Second and 6, it's Victor again, upended at the 46. 2 more for Darius Victor. And now third down for Memphis. They really need a third down conversion here. Just 1 for 3 today.
Yeah, they sure do. And this is when the defensive line has really shown up.
We got gun, trips left, wide orbit, 2 jet salsa, Buccaneer, X saddle, half back slow, already. Yeah. We go sit Blue 80, Blue sit up.
Surratt in motion. 3rd and 4. Williams throwing. Catch made. And a first down. Good pitch and catch to Vinny Papali.
Yeah, sure was. They get the linebacker trying to buzz out this direction, and so Papali just kind of stops, and then he's right back into the middle. Or excuse me, the Papali fills that void from the outside as the inside receiver kind of runs right through that zone.
300 jet, Drago logo on 1, ready. Yeah.
Those sound like double moves to me, Devin. Drago logo. It's like a drag with a go.
There's the pump. Williams pressure comes, and down he goes. Kenny Willicus, 2nd sack of the year.
They try to get the double move here, and you're trying to get on the top side of the defense, and so you're going to see the pump from the quarterback right there, but then the ball has got to get out. You can't hold it on the second hitch after giving a pump fake. Kenny Willicus, he wins. This is a guy that had a ton of production in his college career at Michigan State. Was in the NFL with Minnesota the last couple of years, 2020 through 22.
Here we go, sit down.
He was a first-team All-Big Ten guy. School record 51 career tackles for loss.
Williams hit as he throws, but open on the sideline. He finds Sage Surratt in the first down for Memphis.
Looks like they had a little bit of a miscommunication out of the coverage. You've got 2 players that are going to buzz outside, which is allowing Surratt to just get to the corner right here. Look at Kai Nakua. He buzzes outside. Williams reads it beautifully, and there's Surratt. That's a guy they've got to target. Devin, he's one of those tight ends that you got to get 4, 5, maybe 6 targets a half, and that was his first one so far.
Yeah, that's a really nice job of him getting in between the defenders, and a nice throw by Williams.
27-yard pickup to the 17-yard line. Victor tries the right side, gets a yard to the 16.
Hey, Devin, are you surprised that they haven't tried to get Troy Williams out on the edge a little bit more? And I'm not saying just as a runner. I'm talking about those natural half rolls and bootlegs to try to get the quarterback a different throw spot.
I definitely am, just because we've seen him in years past. That's his skill set. He has an ability not only to create with his legs and run down the field with his legs, but like you said, just get on the edge and put a little bit more pressure on the defense, because remember, when you get on the edge, you're a threat as a runner, and they have to make a choice.
Second and 9. Williams. Target on the right side is David Davis. The ball is stripped out and recovered by Michigan. Noah Dawkins up the sideline. On the run. Williams the last man to get him, and he trips him up inside the 10. The third Memphis turnover of the first half.
John DeFilippo is furious on the sideline. That's their best offensive series that they've had so far today. David Davis over here, number 2.
First down.
He runs a great route. He sits right in that little zone hole, and then right here he starts to run. Oh, yeah, absolutely. He has control. He's running. That ball is tucked away, and it's knocked out by Levante Taylor. There it gets poked out. Beautifully picked up. Noah Dawkins down the sideline. Just couldn't quite get into that end zone. But Michigan set up with another 1st and goal inside the 10.
Okay. We are good. We have the fumble. We have the recovery by the defense, and we do not have him out of bounds. So he gets the full return. Good to go.
Ruling on the field is confirmed. First down, Michigan.
80-yard return by Dawkins. Troy Williams saves the touchdown for the moment, but it's 1st and goal for the Panthers.
So we've had 2 turnovers from Memphis today, right when they're getting into that scoring territory. An interception, now a fumble.
And a handoff to Wes Hills, and Hills fights down to the 2 where it's 2nd and goal.
And guys, we also had the fake punt, which keeps Michigan on the field. Like these are giant plays in this game. We had the pass interference earlier, if I'm not mistaken, that gave them the first down at the 1. Like there's your 4 snaps that changed the entire complex of this game.
And Joe, I talked to Coach DeFilippo before the game, and he said, man, these are tide-turning plays that are happening to us in these different games, and there are some more, for example.
Hills on 2nd and goal, plants the foot, turns upfield and down to the 1. 3rd and goal.
Joe, a little more in our conversation, he said you don't lose or win games on these individual plays. However, it does change the complexion of these different games that they're in if you allow guys to have huge splash plays like the fake punt, like the fumble on your best drive of the day.
Yeah, I would argue that they do lose, you know, like those are the game.
Ready.
3rd down and goal. Edling turns again, gives it back to Hills, and for the 2nd time today, Wes Hills has a touchdown.
You got 2 tight ends on this side, and they motioned in the wide receiver. Look at all those extra gaps on the right side, and they just give the ball to Wes Hills, and you've got to make sure that your skill position guys can sit in there and block, and that's exactly what happens down near the goal line, and Wes Hills is in the end zone again.
Nothing Michigan.
And just taking advantage of every one of those mistakes. The turnovers, the fake punt. Talked about that pass interference earlier that gave them a 1st and goal.
They'll go for 2 from the 5. Colburn the carry, and he is stopped short of the goal line. The try, no good, but the Panthers in control nonetheless. The catch, the fumble, the 80-yard return by Noah Dawkins put Michigan at the doorstep. Wes Hills finished it off, 19-0 Panthers. For the Michigan Panthers, 2:42 remaining in the first half. Panthers ready to kick this one off, but first we check in with Devin Gardner.
Yes, I'm down on the field with Mr. and Mrs. Milligan, who met in the Army. Tell the people at home what you guys do in the Army.
Okay, we both are assigned to the Tennessee Army National Guard Recruiting and Retention Battalion. And we originally met in our RSP program when we joined. So, you know, we've had the opportunity to, you know, do great things from Afghanistan to serving our local community and our nation as a whole.
Amazing. Why did you guys answer the call to serve?
Well, for me, it was more so looking for that sense of direction and purpose. So the Tennessee Army National Guard provided that. And I was young, you know, I really didn't have much to look forward to, so the Army gave me the direction I needed.
And the missus?
Okay, it gave me a chance to better my life in a positive way and also pay for college. So that was the #1 thing for me coming out of high school, getting college.
I think it bettered his life, obviously. Back to you guys.
Nicely done, Dev. Good touch right there. Well done.
So now with 2:34 to go in this first half, Memphis 2 timeouts left. Down 19 to nothing. And remember, Memphis took the football to start this ball game, which is rare. We usually see the defer when the home team has the choice. They absolutely have to put points on the board here.
Not only that, but I would argue that they need to milk the clock to do it. You know, we're going to get a stoppage at the 2-minute warning. You don't want to score too quick because that would allow Michigan to double up as well because they're getting that ball to start the second half. You want to score with almost no time here.
And a tough window to throw into from Wes Saxton.
Yeah, you don't want to give them the ball before the 2-minute warning either. No. Remember, the clock starts outside of the 2-minute mark.
We got gun, trips left. 34, Charlie Reed, F-Bucks, someone ready.
Even on incompletions out of bounds until that ball is ready for play. So we will get to the 2-minute warning before Michigan touches the ball.
Rest it up.
2nd and 10. Give up the middle to Darius Victor. Breland Speaks with the tackle just shy of the 40-yard line. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. It's been a rough first half for the Memphis Showboats. That Michigan defense has been stout. 13 points off turnovers. 19-0. Michigan lead at the 2-minute warning.
When choosing between style, comfort, and performance, we chose all of the above. How we get there matters. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
Around here, we know how to have some fun. That's why Ford has a full line of SUVs designed to help you get the most out of every moment. Bring the whole crew.
Michigan has been able to get home with 4, at most 5 in the rush, and those defensive backs, they have been excellent in coverage all day long. There's just nowhere to go on that straight drop back pass from Memphis.
Gavin Holmes, the deep man, as Matthew White will punt it away. Michigan with all 3 of their timeouts. Holmes with some speed to the edge and out of bounds at the 44. There is a flag down during the return.
Whoa. Sure you won it by the kicking team?
17 of the kicking team.
Was it during the kick or the return?
During the return.
Trying to get to the runner? You like that?
Stuffed him in the back.
What do you
pick it up?
Let me know what you have, please.
Yeah. Jake's got a block in the back on the kicking team, but he's not loving it.
But is it during the return?
During the return.
Yeah, during the return.
Okay, so it's not a foul if it's during the return.
Yep.
Pick it up.
Yeah.
Wes Saxton.
There is no foul on the play. Timeout on the field.
Cannot have a block in the back on the kicking team during the return. So that flag is picked up. First down, Michigan.
All right. Coming up on the Progressive Halftime Report, we'll go inside the locker rooms, take a look around the UFL, and some highlights from the first half coming up on the Progressive Halftime Report. And unfortunately for the Memphis Showboats, those highlights are going to be Michigan-centered in a 19-0 Michigan lead, and they've got a chance to have another highlight on the board. 3 timeouts and 1:38 to work with as Matthew Colburn gets the carry on first down. Look at that churn pushing all the way to the 49-yard line.
This is an important section of the game. The middle 8. Last 4 minutes of the first half. First 4 minutes of the second. They're up 19-0. You've got to understand when the moment is where you can basically put the game away. This is that moment for Michigan. They need to be aggressive. They need to use the clock to the best of their ability. Remember, it stops after first downs. They go down and get a score here and can score in the second half. And that's a deficit that's going to be really difficult for Memphis to make up.
That link to the air. sliding grab made by Ciosi Mariner inside the 40-yard line. And it'll be first down and 10 for the Panthers.
Well, after that completion, we might be looking at a first half over here. I believe the first half over-under was 19.
Dagger, box, on one, ready?
First and 10, and got a whistle and a timeout used by Memphis.
Timeout, Memphis. This is their second of the half. This is a 30-second timeout.
You know,
hey, Ciosi, nice catch.
Please put 50 seconds on the game clock.
Hey, can you tell him to stay huddle or not?
Danny Etling's first competitive start since the bowl game in his final appearance for LSU against Notre Dame in 2018. He made some plays in preseason activity in the NFL. But he was excited. He said, my wife Kendall is fired up. She's not gotten a chance to see me start a game. And he said, Joel, his dad Joe has never missed a game since he's been in shoulder pads. He goes, he's very proud of that. So feel free to mention that Joe has never missed a game that Danny's been in shoulder pads.
Well, so he's here, and he's watching his son play really well. Again, this is you got to have that eye of the tiger. This is the moment where you got to go down and get a touchdown.
Etling surveys the field, has an open man, and it's incomplete. Oh, my goodness. A flag comes in as Mariner got popped diving for that pass.
Well, there's going to be a defenseless player here. You know, and so if you go in
to the helmet of a defensive player,
if you go in and contact that helmet in a forcible way.
No. Oh, no. Oh, no. No way. No way.
24. Looking at it.
No way.
I am looking at it.
Personal foul, illegal use of the helmet, number 44, defense. A 15-yard penalty, an automatic first down.
Etling stares him down, kind of drags the safety, Jure Elder, right in there, and Mariner's going to get defenseless protection there, and there you see the contact up high. That'll be an interesting call.
There's no way. Did they review that? There's no way.
Mike is looking at it. Mike is looking at it right now.
Okay, we're going to take this off. We're going to take this off because the helmet goes over the top.
You got it.
There's maybe a little bit of contact with the arm, but to me that's incidental. It's not. Perfect. It's not enough of the contact there. So we're going to take it off, reset. It's going to be 2nd and 10, the incomplete pass.
At the 37.
At the 37.
After further review, replay has determined if there's no foul on the play, it'll be 2nd down at the 37-yard line.
I think Jure Elder there got fortunate because Mariner's head was good. Get that helmet-to-helmet contact.
So 2nd and 10. You heard John DeFilippo argued vociferously. His argument was won. Etling under pressure, and he is dropped at the 45-yard line. His lineman got driven into him by Jordan Ferguson.
Yeah, that's a really good rush. You talk about energy and power coming from that defensive line. This right side, watch, you're going to get both of these guys that are just going to hammer all the way into, run that stunt right into the lap of the quarterback.
On the clock.
And they get to him.
Greg Reeves handling our helmet cam today, and you can see at the bottom of that, there's Danny Etling.
There's two things that happened here on those last two snaps.
Hey, how'd you go?
And this is where, you know, if you're coaching the quarterbacks, this is what you would talk about is, number one, if you're going to throw a seam route down the middle of the field, like on that last play to Mariner, you can't stare at him the entire way. So you got to hold the safety with your eyes so that Jure Elder can't get over there and make that such a difficult catch. Then, in a 2-minute situation, you really can't take sacks because then you're starting to knock yourself out of field goal range. Although, with Jake Bates, they'll try it from anywhere.
Ready, son.
3rd and 17. Etling flushed. Keeps it downfield. Got a man on the sideline, and it is incomplete. Oh, he had it in his hand. as Sims nearly with an acrobatic touchdown.
And that would have been another one for the highlight reel. Sims has been incredible all year. He's got 3 touchdowns this year. All of them have been from over 40 yards. He gets the double move right there. In the scramble rules, he goes deep. Quarterback tries to find him. It looks like he's got it for a moment and then just cannot survive that contact through the ground. And it lands incomplete. Right there, you think he's going to get it, and then it just doesn't stay in his hands, and he loses control.
And they've opted not to give Jake Bates a field goal try from deep here. Instead, they're going to bring on Brock Miller to punt this one away.
Is the wind blowing right to left? Why wouldn't they try this field goal?
I'm not sure. There is no wind. I don't know. I guess maybe with 31 seconds. Remember early in the season when we talked to Coach Nolan, he said he doesn't feel comfortable giving the offense the ball with such great field position if he were to miss the kick. So I would imagine that's his reasoning here of saying, hey, we don't want to give them any life, punt the ball away, and let them sit on it and go in the half up 19.
Well, you better watch out for the fake punt.
We've seen one today.
That too.
I just don't understand why you wouldn't kick the field goal. He's hit 2 field goals from 60 plus. This would be about a 61 and a half, 62. He's got plenty of leg for that. He's 6 of 7 on the year. I don't know why you punt this ball.
Brock Miller will punt. Papali breaks 1 tackle. Snowed under by Panthers shy of the 20-yard line. Saturday, it's baseball night in America as Pete Alonso and Francisco Lindor power the Mets against the Rays, or Julio Rodriguez and the Mariners take on the Astros. It all begins at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific on Fox. Check for the game in your area. So the Showboats with 1 timeout left. First time they've started inside their own 30. This is from the 18.
Devin, would you have tried that field goal? Kevin, would you have tried that field goal?
I 100% would have.
I would have as well, especially the way your defense has played today. Williams up the sideline and room to run for David Davis. Steps out of a tackle, and Davis with a shocker for the Showboats. 82 yards to the house, and Memphis right back in this ball game.
11 lead. Hey!
The longest play of the year in the entire league right here. This is crazy. I mean, listen, as a corner, if you don't have deep responsibility, you have got to get a better jam on the wide receiver. Davis gets a clean release onto the outside, and because of that, the safety, Kai Nakua, couldn't get over the top. He's late getting over the top, and it's a touchdown from Memphis. That cannot happen to you as a defense with 20 seconds to go. Deeper than the deepest, wider than the widest.
And Joel, not only that, if you're a corner and you're playing cover 2, don't cover green grass, right? Just continue to sink and close that window.
There's 20 seconds. There's no reason to even cover the flat. You shouldn't be in cover 2 in the first place. At worst, you should be in cover 4 or cover 8, which would allow the corner to sink into any sort of depth because there's no reason to cover the 5-yard flat route. Devin, you're exactly right. Boy, I tell you what, that was
a total game changer.
Yes.
Total game changer.
100%. The entire tenor of that game. First, Memphis gets the stop, okay? And this was, by the way, you go back to that review, that penalty review. Mike takes the penalty off. You take a look at that coverage, you've got a seam right down the middle, and the corner doesn't sink. And there's nobody out there. There is no one. Keith Gibson was covering the lines, covering the hash marks, and it's a touchdown for Memphis. The situational awareness there has got to be better, but credit Memphis there. One, you're going to run the 4 verticals, okay? You understand that as a quarterback. And as a quarterback, you've got to expect the defensive backs to sink, and you're almost thinking to yourself, I'm probably going to check this ball down. But you've got to read it out in the first place. This is the discipline to allow your eyes to go to the correct spot at the initial snap anyways. If you're a quarterback, you can't just expect something and then play off of that expectation. You've got to let it manifest in front of your eyes. And so give Troy Williams a lot of credit. He stands up, he reads it out, sees the safety stuck on the hash, and he throws a touchdown on the outside. And Davis goes the distance.
Here's Gavin Holmes turning the corner. And Holmes across midfield as the clock hits 0.
Well,
Gavin Holmes out of bounds near midfield. Is there any time left on the clock? Is there a second left for a long field goal try?
He's out of bounds at 2 seconds.
I believe so. I think he was out with about 2 seconds. Is that what Mike just said?
It is.
We put 2 seconds on the game.
Field goal?
The runner was out of bounds.
Yeah.
2 seconds left.
Oh,
on the
shoot, yeah,
clock.
field goal right here. Field goal, field goal.
Here you go.
Field goal.
So now they're going to try the field goal that they should have taken in the first place.
And Jake Bates will try said field goal. Remember, he hit from 64 in the opening win over St. Louis and was the talk of the country.
But Kevin, this is the exact same yard line that they just punted it from. And now they're excited to kick the field goal. So they punted it to him so they could score a touchdown. And now we're excited to kick the field goal.
So the 53-yard return, the longest by Michigan this season, sets up an opportunity for the field goal try. The snap and hold is good. The kick is on the way for Bates, and it is no good. Just missed it to the right.
Heck of a rush by that Memphis team. Boy, they gave a great effort there, and they got way up in the air.
So the 62-yard miss ends the first half. Time for today's big move, brought to you by Pods. And how could you choose anything other than the biggest play in UFL history?
Go route on the outside. 20 seconds left. Davis takes it the distance. Again, credit to Memphis. They made the play when they needed to right there, but just a lack of situational awareness there for Michigan. And their defensive backs, no reason to cover the flat. Not in that time, not in that situation. No reason to call that coverage. Davis makes them pay. It's exactly what you should do as an offense. Force them to execute, and if they don't make them pay, they were able to get back in this ball game. Michigan will start the second half with the ball.
Our progressive halftime report is coming up. We have reached the end of the first half. A momentous final 20 seconds as Michigan takes the 19-6 lead to the locker room. First half for the Memphis Showboats, a 19-6 advantage for the Michigan Panthers as we get set to start the third quarter. That's Joel Klatt, Devin Gardner on the field. I'm Kevin Kugler. It's turned into a very nice afternoon in Memphis after a rain shower for most of quarter number 1. Michigan with that 19-6 advantage as we get set to start the third quarter.
That whole sequence there at the end of the first half, boy, that was a giant sequence. It looked like, Kev, Michigan was going to have the opportunity, because they get the ball to start here the second half, that they were going to have the opportunity to maybe go put this game away. I mean, in all intents and purposes. And they get the ball, they decide to punt it, and then make the massive mistake giving up the 82-yard touchdown. And now here we are, and we got a game. Memphis is one stop and one touchdown away from being really right back in this thing, and that's how quickly it can all turn. You know, you lose focus for one moment, and you know, it's not just Ocean's 11. It's also in football as well.
19-6 advantage for Michigan. Mike Nolan is with Devin Gardner.
Coach, you've clamored all season. We've got to start fast. We've got to find a way to start fast. You start super fast today, and at the end of the half, you give some up. What was the conversation at halftime?
Well, just what you just said. You know, we did start fast. We did some good things, but this game's long from over, especially in our league. My goodness. You know, 13 points is not very much to be ahead of someone. So, you know, they've done a great job staying in the game because we had several turnovers. We need to continue to play aggressive like we've been, and hopefully, you know, we get back on track, because that big play kind of, you know, it gives them a little momentum.
Well, you get the ball back, and you get an opportunity to steal some momentum back, Coach.
I sure hope so. Thanks.
You know, Devin, I know you didn't, nor should you have asked him about this, but you know, I pointed out, I believe the over-under was it 19 for the first half?
It was for the first half, yep.
I mean, how about that beat? Oh. I mean,
not bad. Whew. Not bad at all.
It took the longest play in UFL history to do it.
Like, think of if you have last night, you like, you know what, I had the over, I got burned with the Michigan, or excuse me, the Birmingham game. And so today you're like, you know what, I'm going to take the under on the over-under in the first half. It's a rough 10 hours.
Yeah, Gavin Holmes to the 35-yard line. So here comes Danny Etling again, taking over this day for the injured E.J. Perry. His team up 19-6. Etling 6 of 11 for 53 yards in that first half. Lead on a good running game.
We got Lex. Lex Trey, rip belly on one. Ready? Ball's in the middle, so widen out, widen out.
Sit up. Ready, son.
First down, the handoff up the belly to Matthew Colburn and down to the 39.
Got to get back to that run game. You mentioned it, Kev. That's where they were dominant in the first half. They've run the ball for almost 100 yards so far. Now with that carry, over 100, over 5 yards a carry, and the offensive line has really been the most dominant.
Trig, rip zone on one. Ready?
Most dominant part of their team so far. Best to just let them get out there and get that rhythm established up front.
Sit up. Ready, son.
2nd and 6. Oh, almost popped it. Colbert knew it. He was one shoelace away from a big gain.
So what's happening here, they're calling run plays, but all of these are have little checks associated with them. And you see right there, you get the close down to the defensive end. That's because there's a bit of a read right there. And Reeves is trying to close in and get him tackled before he can get up the middle of the field. But if there's two safeties back, guys, they're going to hand the ball off on those calls. And here on short yardage, they've got an opportunity to try to convert.
4 for 7 today on 3rd down. Etling on 3rd and 2, fires a strike. It is caught. It's a first down. Mariner with his 2nd catch of the afternoon.
Here we go. Hey, listen up. Left trig, Liz gut, boot right, climb gas flood. On one. Ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't you love the climb gas flood?
I'll reserve my judgment on that until I see how it works.
Here we got a boot right, so here comes the quarterback.
Etling off the play fake, going deep. Down the middle, looking for it all, and a beautiful strike to Cole Hicatini. Down at the 3, 1st and goal Panthers.
I'd say that's the backside tight end, guys. All the way on the backside, away from the boot action. Look as he's heading over, and then he climbs up. That's the climb portion of the climb gas flood. He gives him a great ball. That is a great throw and good concentration from Cole Hicatini. Big play for Michigan.
48
I mean, Joe, that
yards.
is a receiver. That's a receiver level catch, right?
Yeah.
Like getting that ball on that outside shoulder, find a way to get your eyes and hands to it. Amazing catch by Hicatini.
Etling. He'll keep it. He'll roll. He'll run for the touchdown. What a start to the 3rd quarter for the Michigan Panthers. They march the field and put 6 on the board.
Let's block him.
This is just good old-fashioned triple option. He can hand this football off if he wants in the middle, or he can keep it on the outside. He's also got pass routes out there. It's being read on this defensive end. If he comes in at all, the quarterback goes on the outside, then he can throw it or run. He chooses to run for a touchdown.
Shallow fence. On one. Ready?
Going for 1 from the 2.
Ready, son.
Etling in trouble, and down he goes. Jordan Ferguson drops Danny Etling, but a 25-6 lead as we listen in to the touchdown going to break. Danny Etling with the score. Today's game flow brought to you by Progressive, and it's flowing Michigan's way right now. A 25-6 lead, all smiles for Danny Etling on the sidelines. Taking over for the injured E.J. Perry today, and Etling has performed well. 107 yards passing, generated 208 yards of total offense today. Titus Swen and Memphis with a flag down. Swen up the sideline, and Swen out of bounds across the 45-yard line, but we'll see about this flag during the return.
Offside on the kicking team. Number 1 was offside on the kicking team.
Number 1 offside, so we're adding
1 offside, so we're adding 5. Where are we?
We're at the 42.
They want to tack it on from here.
All right.
offside. Kicking team, number 1. 5 yards added to the end of the return. First down.
Let's go downstairs to Devin Gardner.
Danny, ended the half not the way the team wanted to end it. You get a chance in the second half, and we were just kind of laughing on the side about the catch that Hicatini makes. But the trust you have to throw it up like a receiver and allow him to run and get it. Talk about what you saw on that boot flood.
Yeah, we had a little climb gas on the backside for Cole. We put that in late in the week as a testament to Coach. He decided to add that, and we hadn't really thrown it till now. So I just knew that Cole's in great hands and he's a great player, so I was going to give him a chance.
How good does it feel to be back out there leading your guys, getting the opportunity with your first start?
It feels great, yeah. It feels even better now that it's not raining so much, so a little easier.
You and me both.
Yeah, so it feels great. It's awesome to be out here with the guys, and we got a lot of work left to do.
Continue to work.
Thank you very much.
Hey, Devin, at least you got a big jacket to cover you up. Etling doesn't have a jacket.
This is true. This is true.
Is the coat waterproof?
Well, it's pretty dry now, so I think, yeah, maybe.
It might be. I mean, that's another benefit of the jacket.
I will give you this. You always look so good on the sideline, dressed to the nines, and I appreciate that.
You can't see me right now, but I'm currently striking a pose.
Oh,
here we go.
I think we're off.
There we go. Yeah, we got you. Now we got you. Don't worry, your sideline producer didn't bring an umbrella. There he is. Hey, there he is.
Kyle Wu.
Kyle. Yeah, sorry.
Notice Kyle Wu getting right into the shot there.
I hit him with a Kevin. Hey, when you forget the umbrella, you get called Kevin.
Kill!
It's terrible.
Blue 80! Blast it up!
3rd and 5. Williams out of the backfield to Victor. Oh, what a tackle. That's an outstanding play by Kendrick Whitehead.
Yeah, it really is. That open field ability. And that's not an easy guy to bring down, guys. Remember, we talked about Darius Victor earlier, his low center of gravity, his power that he has in that lower half. And I tell you, he gets this ball. He's turned around a little bit, but contact right away, gets wrapped up. That's a beautiful tackle, forcing a 4th down and a punt.
And, Joe, we talked about how hard it is to tackle him, but I've talked to some of these guys that have to tackle. It's painful to tackle him.
I bet.
Matthew White on the punt with Holmes waiting to receive, and a muffed punt. Holmes muffs it inside the 10-yard line, scooped up by Memphis. J.J. Wilson ends up with the muffed punt.
Open it up, guys.
That is great hustle from J.J. Wilson.
By the kicking team. Down at the 7-yard.
Down. Yeah, we're down.
Oh, yeah.
Wilson's definitely going to be down if, in fact, he's the one that recovers this.
Recovered by the kicking team. First down, Memphis.
There's the muff punt, and then I don't think that there's ever control of the ball.
We're going to hold this just to take another look, Derek.
You got it.
Guys, it looked like Holmes almost had control of the ball as he was trying to recover the fumble, and then he just never had it.
Down by contact, right?
Yes.
But he can't advance that.
We never had possession.
Yeah, he didn't have possession
there.
anyway.
Down there. Yeah.
We got a far handheld. Let me see, Travis, just one more look here. Yeah, he didn't have it long enough. Okay, correctly ruled. So it is a muff punt recovered by the kicking team. He doesn't have it
on the
long
field
enough.
stands. First down, Memphis.
Man, what a turn of events again. Much like the end of the first half, Memphis, an opportunity here early in the third to jump right back into this.
Well, we talked about just those 3 or 4 plays that went against Memphis in the first half. Well, they've made those here over the course of the last about 8 minutes.
Williams throws a strike and a touchdown. Jonathan Adams in for 6.
Well, that's the guy you target down near the goal line. Jonathan Adams is such a big frame, 6'3", 220 pounds. Here he comes in from this left side just on a little bit of a slant. This is a very good throw from Troy Williams. You can't lead him across